Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our first look show. This is our show where we try to jump on value early because we like to play slips at night, the night before, and we have our daily show. Once the board fully populates, we like to mix and match. Sometimes if some of these picks are still available, we'll mix and match with our day picks, but we enjoy it catching the board right when everything is first getting on there because sometimes you get some really good value. So yeah, we're going to be covering the NBA slate on Flex Friday. February 23rd, and we've got 10 games. Our first official day back didn't go exactly the way we were hoping, but it was pretty interesting. A lot of changes and rotations now that we are past the All-Star break. We're going to get into all that, but yeah, we've got 4 picks for you as usual. And before we get started, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're going to double whatever you put on. So if you just put 25 on, you'll get 50. If you deposit the whole 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just put that code in there and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified as soon as these videos come out, because these plays do get moved and bumped and removed. And so if you just want that value right when we drop our videos, make sure your notifications are on. And if you guys don't mind, do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. It just helps us grow, puts us further up into the algorithm in front of more people. We really mean it when we say it's the best way to support the channel. You guys have been killing it with that. We thank you so much. We really appreciate it. All right, so these are the plays we're going to be covering. I'm going to be taking Paul George over 8.5 rebounds and assists, and I'm going with Brook Lopez. I can't believe his PRA is this low. This shows you like how weird the rotations have been, because this is only at 17.5, and it's weird to even see it this low. But anyways, those are my two. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be getting into Vince Williams Jr. for over 11.5 points.
All right.
And I'm going to be taking Jamal Murray for over 6.5 assists also.
All right. Cool. Well, before we jump into the breakdowns, we're going to go over the plays from the first look show and from the daily show. Starting with the first look show, I took Jalen Williams over 28 PRA, and he pushed this. He stopped right at 28. And then the biggest letdown of my day, because I took this in every slip that I made, no joke, Denny Avdia. I was sitting here like just the numbers, everything, the stats, it was all just like bouncing off the screen at me. And I was like so excited for this play. And he, had been crushing this. Like that's an understatement of what he's been doing lately. So we took him for 22.5 points and rebounds. And he went for 9. He went 2 of 12 from the field after this dude has been just going nuts. I think he had like a 40-point game his last game, something crazy like that. It was a really high scoring game, definitely over 30.
He had 40 points and 15 rebounds.
His last game.
Like, whoa, now we're on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, then he
9.
goes, 2 of 12. And so what are you going to do? So I had 1 push, 1 miss for the first look show. How'd you do in first look?
Not great. I had I took Jason Tatum. This was my bad. I gotta get, we're knocking the rust off here, guys. So, and things are different now. So guys are coming back a little bit slower than normal, and I had to remind myself of that tonight. Tonight was a humbling night for me. So I took Jason Tatum for the over 14.5 rebounds and assists. He came close. A lot of you guys in the comments were like, "Oh, I took the under," and then I started to kind of second guess myself. And he missed. He went for 12, so he got kind of close. But all you guys who took the under, good job. I was definitely not in the right mindset on this play. And then Josh Green, I don't understand how he couldn't get 3 rebounds, but we took him for over 2.5, and he had 2, so he 0.5 this. So I went 0-2 on the first look show, so that's my bad.
Well, your first look was actually Kessler and Cole Anthony. So that was the daily show. Oh, okay. But it's all good. I'll jump or you want to just jump? Yeah, do your first look real quick.
Yeah. So I had my bad. I thought that was my.
All good.
I thought that was my day picks, or my first look. That was my day picks. So in the first look, I had Walker Kessler. This one was surprising. They're just running Collins at the 5, it seems like. Walker Kessler, he only had 17 minutes, and he only had 2 rebounds. We took him for over 7.5. I felt so confident about this play with Kelly Olynyk being traded, but they played that one kid, Hendricks. He's a beast. That kid is a monster. He's like 6'10", and they looked huge out there without Walker. So I don't know. Their rotations are not making much sense to me right now, so I might have to stay away from Kessler's rebounds. And John Collins had like 18 boards, so that's a convincing center game for sure for him. But we also took Cole Anthony for over 0.5 threes. This is the only play that hit for me. I took him for over the 1-3, and he had 1, so he got that done pretty early too. So thank God at least Cole Anthony came through for me.
Yeah, man. With that Kessler play, that just baffles me. Like what's crazy to me is like, okay, yeah, like 2 rebounds is like I would have bet the farm, or I'd bet my life savings. No, maybe not that, but
you don't have
I would
a farm.
Bet a lot more life savings. No, but, like too much prize picks. But no, but like I would have. I was so. If you told me he was going to go for 2 rebounds, I would have never in my life. Because I guess maybe I'm such a big fan of Kessler ever since he got traded for Rudy Gobert, and what he did that first year he got traded. It's like my brain is still latched onto that magic where we were just like, this kid is going to be one of the best in the league.
Such an elite defender too. It's so surprising.
Yeah, just so many.
They lose to the Hornets. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and he gets 17 minutes, and I'm like, give this kid 30 minutes a game. Just give us like a week, like seven straight games of 30 minutes or more, and see what he's producing for you. Right. Like, I think they've got some sort of weird situation there. I don't understand the rotations right now, but I get it because you've got Collins and Markkanen. We want them both on the floor at the same time, but I don't think you're going to push either of them into like the small forward position.
It's just odd though, because they could have played Collins at the 4 and put Kessler at the 5 instead of Hendricks, but it's like now they're playing Hendricks at the 4 and Collins is at the 5, so it's just confusing.
Well, where's Markkanen though?
I think he was playing the 3 maybe, because I don't know.
He's pretty big for that position. I feel like
they looked big tonight. I mean, they had size, but they just couldn't keep up, it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of these builds nowadays, the 2, 3, and 4, like shooting guard, small forward, power forward, those are so like interchangeable with some of these squads that it's like kind of like, I don't know. I just want to see more Kessler because
I did tonight too.
Yeah, but anyways, we'll keep going. This one's a little bit longer, but we're getting back into the groove of everything. Okay, let me go through my day picks real quick, and then we'll jump into these plays. So yeah, I took Precious Achiuwa for over 11 rebounds and assists. He went for 13, but he had this like so close in the first half. He went for like 9 rebounds in the first half, I think. Like I thought he was just going to crush this line. I took that demon play I told you guys about on his rebounds, and he just barely missed that. But anyways, he's been playing great. Trey Mann hooked us, unfortunately. We took him for 10.5 rebounds and assists. He got to 10. So just one of those nights. Nothing really worked out exactly how we were hoping, but we're just getting back into the groove of things. And let's get into these plays for tonight, because I am excited about what we've got for first look. All right, so before I get into these breakdowns, we just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. You're probably familiar with it if you are not new to the channel. But if you are new to the channel, Daily Grind has just been awesome. The DFS optimizer in particular is so great for looking for plays, especially if you're in a hurry. If you're like me and sometimes you get impulsive right before the slates are starting and you're like, I'm going to make another slip real quick. Like, it's perfect for just quickly seeing where the value's at, where the discrepancies are. It puts all of the odds makers in one place. I love the DFS optimizer, but Daily Grind is giving all of our viewers 25% off if you use code BACKDOOR. And they have a lot of different types of tools. And, our Discord in particular, there's the correlation tool in particular gets used a lot for like NHL, and it was good for football and stuff like that. I think that some people use it for like CS2 and whatnot. But anyways, if you want to check out any of those tools, just use code BACKDOOR. You get 25% off your first month. And there's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com. All right, so Paul George, let's get into this over under here. So I know I have to refresh. All right, so we got a 223.5 over under. They are coming off of a back-to-back. We got a 9.5 point spread. So there is a little bit of cause for concern with potential blowout. So keep that in mind. With all these plays, just take what you like. And if there's any that you're uncomfortable with, just fade them. It's not a big deal. You don't have to take everything that we're getting into. We're just showing you what we're getting into and why we like these plays. So yeah, we got a okay 223.5 over under. So reasonably high scoring game. A little bit of a chance for a blowout, you know, getting near that 10-point mark. Which 10 points on a spread could mean, you know, like a 20-point deficit. It's kind of hard to judge sometimes, but I'm usually most comfortable when it's within that 1 to 5 range. But this doesn't really scare me. If I see like a 15 plus, it gets me a little bit more nervous. But anyways, the Clippers are coming off of a back-to-back where they just lost to OKC. So that might work in their favor. They're going to be a little bit more tired, but they're probably going to want to get a win. Obviously, I think everyone does, but they might really emphasize a little bit. If we look at Paul George's last 10 games, he's gone over this 5 out of his last 10, and he's had a couple games where he came really close, but he's been really getting into it lately. We can see a definite trend here, you know, at his worst game against the Pelicans, and he's just been steadily increasing his activity here. Let's see if the minutes correspond. Not really. I mean, towards the end here, the minutes are kind of on an upward trend as well. He's averaging 3 fouls a game, which is kind of a lot. You know, it's not really necessarily putting him in foul trouble, but he's one of those really good defenders. We've talked about defenders before. These guys that are really good defenders are active with their hands, and so they do get more fouls than your guys who aren't playing as much defense. But he is averaging 32.7 minutes per game, which I think he should be getting more than that personally, but they do have a lot of studs on the team. So, you know, Ty Lue is kind of working his rotations how he sees fit. But yeah, I'm not concerned about his minutes being an issue. We've got a reasonable matchup here. 9th in rebounds allowed, 14th in assists allowed. So he should be able to get this done. Especially, I honestly just like that he's trending up and he's kind of in the flames right now, and I want to just stay up there. I don't think if he even bounces back a little bit, he might not go for 13 again tomorrow, but I think that it won't be like under this line. We're looking at just 8.5. If you guys remember at the beginning of the season, we were just cashing this just week in and week out. Every time we saw Paul George at 8.5, we were taking it. And so hopefully they're getting back into form post the All-Star break. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they've got this play super juice to go over. They've got it at a 54.43% odds to hit. They have it at a minus 142, so that's super high. We got FanDuel at minus 150. I'm sorry, we got DraftKings at minus 150, and FanDuel is listing it at 9.5. So that shows you what they think the line should be at. So feeling really good about this play. Safe play, in my opinion. Anything could happen, but I'm feeling good about it. Moving on to the next play, Brook Lopez. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, this is just too low for him. It's weird to see it this low, but he's got a tough matchup against the Timberwolves. We got a 225 over under, and the Wolves are favored by 5 points, so not too concerned about any real blowout. This is going to be a fun game to watch, I think. If we hop over to Outlier, we can see Brook has gone over this 8 out of his last 10 games, and it's because the line is so low. Like, okay, I don't need to keep making that point, but I feel really good about this play. If we look at his minutes, he's averaging 31.4, only 2 fouls per game, shooting 46% from the field, just under 11 attempts per game, and 31%. So he's been a little bit off with the 3-pointers lately because he is a good shooter, but just shooting 31%, but he is making 2.4 per game. So that's not too bad. If we look at this matchup, against centers, obviously Rudy Gobert and Cat, there's a lot of size at the center position. I know Cat plays the power forward, but my point is, like, in the paint, there's a lot of size there. So 2nd in points allowed, 1st in rebounds allowed, 17th in assists allowed, but still this line at 17.5 is just so low. He just went for 11 boards, 14 points. I like to see him being a little bit more aggressive on the boards because we know he's capable of it. Back here against Cleveland, he went for 9, he went for 12. So I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from him in that regard, because he's a big guy. He's a physical player. So I'm feeling good about this. I think he's going to keep bouncing in the right direction here. And if you're interested in checking out Outlier, this app that we use here, there's a link to a 7-day free trial. You can go check it out, see how you like it. We've partnered up with them, so they're hooking up all of our viewers with a little trial. But yeah, test it out for 7 days, see how you like it. So let's jump back over to Daily Grind. If we look at Brooke Lopez here at 17.5 PRA, they have this heavily favored to go over as well. 53.56% odds to hit the over. They have it at a minus 137. And once again, PrizePicks has given us this at 17.5. Everyone else on the board is going 18.5 because they think that's a more suitable line. So we're getting this at a discount. I'm feeling good about this play as well. And those are my two for first look. I'm going to pass it over to Jordy.
Yeah, man. So before I get into my plays, we just wanted to tell you guys once again about CHALKBOARD. CHALKBOARD is a really fun app, and we just figured out too today that they've updated their app, and now they also allow protected plays. So it's really cool. It's called like shielded plays. So if you guys have never tried CHALKBOARD, basically what it is like, say the Vince Williams Jr. points prop, it'll be set at 11.5, and they'll give you like their average multiplier. I could bump this up to like 12 or 13.5 and get a higher multiplier at like 2.5x, or so on and so forth. Or I could take it lower at 10.5 and get a lower multiplier, so you get like a 1x on it. So it's a pretty cool deal. Definitely go check them out. They're a lot of fun. I played today after Russo was telling me some of the updates, so we love using that app, and definitely go check them out. If you use the link in the description below, it'll take you right there. And if you use code backdoor at checkout, they will give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So definitely go check them out. So yeah, let's get into my plays here. So I've got this Vince Williams Jr. for over 11.5 points. I love this line at 11.5. He can definitely go for 12. This is set at 12.5. So yeah, at 11.5, we got a really good steal on this play here. He's gone over this in 9 straight games, and he's been getting a lot more time with all the injuries for sure. So he's playing the small forward right now. It's a great matchup for small forwards, 19th, and points allowed. They're giving up 21.3, so nothing too scary. They're middle of the road when it comes to defense. 15 out of 20 games. He's missed it in both head-to-heads, but this is before the minute incline for him, so not really worried about that too much. It is a little bit of a tough matchup, but with the way he's been playing lately, he's been getting a lot more confidence. So hopefully coming out of the All-Star break, he can still translate right into this play. And he's had some pretty big games, for him. Like 18 points in his last game will definitely do. We just need 12, which he's hit a lot. So he's a big 2-pointer guy, so hopefully he can just get us to 12. So liking this play. If you look at Daily Grind here, this is juiced to go over at a 52.63% chance and a minus 132. So I feel good about this one. If we look at the over-under for the game, we have a 223.5 over-under with a 9.5 point favorite to the Clippers. So if that scares you, you can fade this one, but 9.5 isn't that scary. That'll keep the starters in if they keep it around there. So feel good about that one. And then Jamal Murray for over 6.5 assists. Excuse me. I feel great about this play too. He's done this in 3 out of his last 5 games, but he's done it in 6 out of 10, 12 out of his last 20. He's hit it in 5 out of 6 head-to-heads. Portland's really tough. Their defense is actually pretty solid. So they do give up a lot of assists to the point guard position. They're ranked 21, and they're giving up 8.7. They're really, really good at defense against the point guard position, which is why I think they give so many assists up, because he probably has to pass the ball more than he likes to, So I feel great about this one with the head-to-head, the way it looks, and just what he's been doing over the last 20 games here. It feels pretty comfortable. There's some risk. This is their second game, but they played Washington tonight, and he went for 8 assists in that game. So he's definitely, they're going to be picking up the pace. There's only like 26 games left, so these guys really got to lock in and get their ships dialed in here. So I feel good about Jamal. If you look at this one on Daily Grind, it's super juiced to go over 54.38% and a minus 141 on DG's odds. So I feel great about these two plays. If you look at the over-under on this game, 217.5 with another 9.5 point spread. So nothing too scary. Portland could get blown out by them easily. So just keep that in mind. But, you know, hopefully Portland can keep it close. They played a pretty good game tonight. So, you know, I think they're playing a little bit better ball. So I feel comfortable with these two, and that's the two I've got, brother.
All right. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about these four. Like, I typically, when we make our slips, when we make the videos, we always make slips of what we, you know, are showing you guys. And I'm just kind of like, I'm more of a fan of the flex play. But with these, I went power play because I really do feel great about these. But anyways, that's not really something I need to share with everyone, but I do feel really good about these. But I wanted to just touch on that chalkboard update again, because like, this is super exciting. Like we were telling you before, we would always say it's kind of like Sleeper. You have to hit every, you know, pick for your slip to cash. And that's because of the freedom they give you with adjusting your own lines. Well, now we've got, you can adjust your own lines. You can basically create any play into a demon play. You don't have to go with what Prize Picks is giving you. You can just say like, I'm going to bump this one up, you know, because I feel really confident about this particular play. And then you bump up your multiplier. So you've got that option. You have plays as low as $1. And now you have the shield play, which is basically flex plays. So it's the same idea. You make a 6-man slip. If you hit 4, you get 0.4%, just like Prize Picks. If you hit, except for I think with theirs, if you're adjusting that multiplier, you know, 4 of 5 or like 5 of 6 will be more than double your money. It'll be, you know, like 5 or 6% or 5 or 6, you know, X. Anyways, guys, I couldn't believe it because I already liked Chalkboard. So if you're looking to diversify the platforms you're on, definitely check out Chalkboard. Go through that link in the description and use code BACKDOOR. Get your first deposit matched up to $100 because I'm going to be playing a lot more Chalkboard now that they've added the shield play. And also make sure if you're looking for more platforms, we do our Underdog show now. I'm having a blast with all of these. So if you want to sign up for Underdog, link in the description of the video, same thing, use code BACKDOOR. They'll match your first deposit and they'll give you an instant pick'em special. They had all sorts of discounts on Underdog today. It was a lot of fun. And then our Discord, if you guys want to check that out, link in the description of the video. And it's about 50 cents a day. Really good community in there. And it's just getting better and better. Like the community chat is like, it's so active all day. Everyone's just so cool in there. So
I've also
come hang out with us.
Sorry, I've also been throwing some League of Legends plays in there every night. I've been having a blast with that, going to bed, watching some League, and you know, throwing some plays on there. So I'll be doing that again tonight for sure. So definitely go check out the share your picks section. I'll be in there throwing some League in there.
Yeah, man, I gotta like watch that and learn it more because you talk about it and it sounds so fun, and you have stuff to enjoy at night, overnight.
Yep.
And also, I know Consol's been getting into darts. Like we're just getting into everything in the Discord. So come check us out in there. Yeah, if you go through the link, just make sure you go to server subscriptions and subscribe, and then it'll unlock all the channels. But if you do go in there, shout us out in the community chat. You know, let us know that you're new to the Discord, and let us tell you how we run everything and kind of let you know what's what. But guys, it's been fun. We're so happy to be back. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for all the support over the last year. It's really, you know, we started this at the beginning of the football season, so it's only been like 5 or 6 months, but it's been a wild ride, and we're looking forward to continuing this journey and going into this next football season and everything. And we just can't thank you guys enough for tuning in every night and during the day and stuff. We really appreciate you guys. So hope you have a great day. We're looking forward to Flex Friday. We'll be doing some live builds in our Discord tomorrow for Flex Friday for the protected play. And yeah, I guess we should just sign off, or I'll keep talking. But have a great night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, good luck, guys.